Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
The Philadelphia 76ers get embarrassed 119-98 on the road in Milwaukee on a Saturday night. The Sixers fall to 35-22 on the season, and now they are 9-20 on the road. A completely disgusting performance. I cannot even describe how I'm feeling right now. I don't know if I want to cry. I don't know if I want to punch something. I'm so pissed right now, and it's not even because we just got blown away by the Bucks. It's not because Giannis just completely walked through the Sixers. It's not because Ben Simmons got injured and couldn't play the rest of the game. It's because this team once again reverted to the Sixers we are used to. Lazy, not engaged, don't care, getting completely smothered in every single facet of the game. Let's break it all down. I got a lot to say. I'm going to try not to rant too long. Where do we start? Where do we start? Every guy on this team should be left out to dry tomorrow morning. And it starts with the man who it always starts with, Brett freaking Brown. Get out of my town. You suck. You don't know basketball, all right? You suck. Please, take a flight, stay in Milwaukee, go somewhere else. Just get out of my city. Elton Brand was sitting there during the game watching you. I saw him looking down, laughing at his phone. He's probably getting text messages from his buddies saying, what the heck are you doing still employing this guy? Brett doesn't know basketball. I don't even have words to describe how poor of a coaching performance I just saw. Guys were not engaged. Guys weren't even playing tonight. We come off 4 straight. We win after the All-Star game against Brooklyn. Luckily, it's the win kind of blindsides all the things that Brett did bad. And he comes out tonight and doesn't make any damn adjustments. The first half, the first quarter, Giannis is walking all over us. Ben Simmons gets 2 buckets in 3 to 4 minutes and goes down with an injury. Guess what? Re-aggravated his back. He definitely got hurt in the All-Star game. Well, I guess no one's going to talk about that. Ben Simmons got hurt in the All-Star game. The Sixers lied about it. They tried to bring him back too early for a primetime game, and he's hurt. Let's hope it's not long-term. That's the least of my concerns right now, though. Ben Simmons goes down. At that moment, I'm thinking, you know what? We're pretty much screwed. I said a couple nights ago, if Ben Simmons doesn't play, we're screwed, all right? So Ben Simmons comes out. Brett takes Joe out. He took him out in the first quarter and didn't bring him back until the end. Joe played 5 minutes in the first quarter. 5. How do you explain that? Even so, going into the second, we stay neck and neck with the Milwaukee Bucks. All right? Guys are playing like crap. When Joe actually came back in, he's the only one on this team that has a chance, a fighter's chance of even getting in Giannis's way. When Joe wasn't in, Giannis walked to the basket, all right? But we stay neck and neck with the Bucks. Somehow, even though these guys are hitting every freaking shot, and the Sixers can't even get a guy open. Again, guys sitting in the corner, reading magazines, freaking calling their moms. Who knows? They're not even playing. No effort, no energy, nothing, right? We stay in this game, and at halftime, I find that we are still in the game. We're down 6 points. The Bucks shot 52%. I think it was 52%, right? Yeah, at halftime. The Bucks were shooting 52% and 37% from 3. The Sixers were shooting 35% from the field and just a mere terrible 21% from 3. And somehow, without Ben Simmons, these boys are still in the game. Somehow, with Al Horford playing like crap, getting all that money to play like complete crap, we're still in this game, right? And so we come out of half. Joe gets 2 easy fouls right away. Isn't that smart? Isn't that smart, Joe? Aren't you the greatest player in the world? Remember I said a couple nights ago, I warned you guys. I said I wouldn't have come out and made those comments after dominating the Brooklyn Nets, the 25-win, no Kyrie, no KD Brooklyn Nets. And you come out, and guess what that did? That got Giannis energized. He said, you know what? I'm the best player in the world. I'm going to defend my home turf. You know what, Joe? We're going to make you look silly like we did a couple weeks ago. And that's exactly what happened. 2 easy fouls. Joe's out from 10 minutes in the third down to like 3 or 2. And at that point, the Bucks blew it away. When Joe was out, I mean, it was easily felt. The Sixers were terrible. Al Horford does not belong on this team right now. I'm starting to be done with Al. Is this guy even a basketball player anymore? Does he even want to play for the Sixers? It did not even look like he wanted to wake up this morning and go to a basketball facility. No energy. The Bucks blow it wide open in the third and completely embarrass us. In the fourth quarter, garbage time, I watched for about 5 to 6 minutes. The moment I see Brett bring his secret lover into the game, we knew it was coming, right? There wouldn't be a Sixers game without bringing Raul Neto into the game. As soon as he brought him in, man, I said, I'm going upstairs. I'm getting away from this damn TV. I can't watch any more. Oh my God. What is there to say? We can talk about the rotations. We can talk about guys not getting shots, guys not even wanting to play. I don't know where to start. First off, why is Al and Joe playing all these damn minutes together? All right? Why? We don't have pretty much a third center, and Brett, for some reason, loves his 2 big men lineup. What is wrong with you, Brett? And when these 2 guys are in, we got Joe down in the post trying to get a bucket. But you know what Milwaukee does? They have some sense. Mike Budenholzer said, you know what? Joe actually got a few buckets. Let's put 2 or 3 men on him. You know why? Because the Sixers have Al Horford outside as a spot-up shooter. What was Al's stat line tonight? Because I saw this man jack about 7 threes. Look at this. 1 for 7 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. That can't happen. Al Horford is not supposed to be the second best shooter on the Sixers. Why are we making him out to be a shooter? He should be off the court when Joel is on. Al can play however many minutes, 25, 30. He should not be on the court with Joel. Why is Brett Brown playing those guys together? Why am I looking up at my TV and I'm seeing Alec Burks on the court with Furkan and Matisse? You have 3 shooters here. You can count Matisse as a shooter. Do whatever you want. I think he can at least handle himself all right. I know he hasn't been that well, but come on. You have these 3 playing together. What happens when they get tired? Who are you going to bring in? I saw him bring in Mike Scott, the revival of Mike Scott. Come on, man. We bring a guy, guess what? Guess who I saw with a few minutes left? Remember that guy, what's his name, Norvel Pell? He came in with 5 garbage minutes to go. The guy that I see every time he comes in, he blocks something. I mean, you could have tried to put him on Giannis. You could have gave him a shot, right? No, not the Sixers. I'm just so frustrated with this man's ideology of basketball. The guys did not even look like they wanted to play tonight. I mean, we can go down the box score if you want. There's no point, honestly. Tobias, absolutely pathetic. A max player. Actually, let's go down the plus-minus column. Minus 28 for Tobias. Plus 0 for Glenn Robinson. I saw him at the beginning. He vanished after that. Embiid, minus 18. Simmons played like 4 minutes. He was a minus 7. He was a minus 7. Josh Richardson, a minus 17. Off the bench, Horford played 24 minutes, a minus 13. Mike Scott was in minus 7. Alec Burks, a minus 11. Korkmaz, a minus 11. Shake Milton, he hit a couple shots. He played okay, but Shake Milton getting quality minutes, a minus 6. This was ridiculous. Korkmaz had a little stretch there. He was the only one that could hit a shot. He had 17. Shake had 17, but it didn't matter. Joe, 17 points, 5 for 18 from the field. How dare you declare yourself as the best player in the world and you come out and shoot 5 for 18? You're the only one that had a chance of stopping Giannis. But you know what he did? You know what the difference is between him and guys like Ben Simmons? You know why they make him look so good? Because Giannis, when his tracks are stopped to the basket by Joel Embiid, he just dishes out. He closes his eyes. First shooter he sees. Bang. anyone on the Bucks. They are full with 3 and D players. I've never seen something like it. The whole game I'm looking on the court waiting for kind of an average dude to come in. No. Their lineup is that good. You have Robin Lopez out here like Klay Thompson. I'm seeing not Brook Lopez. He was completely in doing stuff I never seen a big man like Brook Lopez do. I'm seeing Robin Lopez out here sitting in the corner like he's Klay Thompson. How does that happen? What did Giannis have tonight? I mean, he didn't even take a breath tonight. He was unbelievable. 31, a plus 25, 12 for 17 from the field, 17 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 block. Khris Middleton, this guy's averaging over 20 a game. He's in the 50, 40, and 90 club. 50 from the field, 40% from 3, and 90 from the free throw line. He's just so underrated. He goes under the radar because of Giannis. This guy was a plus 27, 25 contributed tonight. Every time Middleton shot the ball, it's going in like it's water. Brook Lopez, a plus 27. Eric Bledsoe, Wesley Matthews, both plus 12. These guys were ridiculous. George Hill was a plus 16 off the bench. George Hill. There was one point in this game, I saw George Hill tapping in rebounds over the Sixers. He is a guard. The Sixers played so freaking soft, and I am disgusted. Not even as a Sixers fan, as a basketball fan. If I was watching this game on ABC, I feel sick to my stomach watching this game. Imagine being sought out to be, a competitor in the East, a team that was deemed to go to the finals at the beginning of this year. I know this team has talent, and just the way Brett tries to utilize these guys, it is sick to watch. It's our fault, though. It's our fault. We got our expectations up. We see these guys go on 4 in a row, and now they're absolutely disgusting in the big games. Remember, they were getting hyped for the big games. Now they can't even get a lick in the big games. Talk about getting completely embarrassed. They should be ashamed of themselves. I knew this team didn't have a chance to win when Ben Simmons went off with back tightness. When Tobias goes down with an ankle injury and still plays through, when Embiid's grabbing his back. But to come out and just get shamed by Milwaukee, it's just sad. It leaves a sour taste, and it just shows me this team is not going anywhere. If you look at the stats, the team stats, I mean, this game actually, it wouldn't seem as far or as much of a disgrace as it was. The Sixers actually ended up shooting better from 3 at the end of this game by 0.1%, 34.2. The Bucks shot 34.1 from 3. How about that? The Sixers still shot 35% from the field, though the Bucks shot 52. That can't happen. They just had fun tonight. It was like a shoot around for them. They were having little mini contests and stuff, seeing who could hit the most shots. Seeing Dante DiVincenzo and Nova product in there ripping Embiid. I see Pat Connaughton getting major buckets on the Sixers. That can't happen. We shot way better from the free throw line. We weren't out-rebounding the Bucks. They completely blew us out of proportion in that. Bucks 35 assists compared to the Sixers 17. The Bucks just spreading the ball. I'm seeing one-hand tap passes. I'm seeing them with their eyes closed, just having fun. I mean, just ridiculous. The Sixers had more steals. The blocks were close. Sixers only had 12 turnovers in this game. Explain that. How? I'll tell you why. Because they didn't do anything with the ball. I'm seeing guys come down the floor. Alec Burks, Furkan shooting 1 second into the shot clock. I'm seeing Joe getting the ball outside. The only times he did get it inside, he either got a bucket or a foul. But then they started double teaming him. He had to throw it out. And you got Al Horford out here trying to chop like he's Steph Curry. It's not going to work, Brett. It's not going to work. Stop. My eyes are bleeding. And it was just every time they came out, he puts Al back in with Joe. Why? Oh, my God. This is disgusting. They outbeat us in the paint on the fast break. Every single thing. Oh, my God. Second half of this game, the Sixers had completely no energy. Just completely lost it. We fell apart. And the play was terrible, and you just got to question decisions from the coach. One thing I saw, I think it was the end of the third quarter, I tweeted about this, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. 20 seconds. We are now know that we've kept Embiid out 10 minutes because of his 4 fouls. And we're down 20 at this point. With 20 seconds to go in the third, it's pretty much blown out of proportion. And Brett Brown switches to a zone defense. You want to explain that to me? What are you thinking? And then he goes away from it to start the fourth. Like, why not try that earlier? And you try for one play? What? The reporter said, Brett Brown said, this team is like, we're playing on a bunch of sand or whatever, and we don't have a solidified unit. I mean, you just sound like you don't know the game. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Joe and Al playing together like they're meant to. I don't know, man. I just don't know what to say. No energy. Completely pathetic. And this just leaves us with a glimpse of how this rest of the season is going to go. We'll beat the average teams maybe, but when we play the good teams, when we get to the playoffs, the crunch time, teams like this are going to absolutely blow us away. It don't matter if we're on or if we're off, but we just don't get up for these games. Brett should be gone tomorrow if it was up to me. Obviously it's not, but you just can't get your team prepared like this. I mean, no plays being called, guys on an island looking like they're lost, looking like they don't even want to be there. It's just pathetic. I'm glad Elton was there. Hopefully he saw something. I don't know at this point. I really don't. Brett has to be questioned. If you still like Brett Brown, man, just get out of here. Just get out of here. I mean, what do you see that you like about him? I don't get it. We all have to start ripping these guys. Like, you cannot come out and play as poorly as you did. This game, I don't know how we were down 6 at half with no Ben and with the shooting percentages the way they were. But the second half just showed me that we are not a real contender. We should be ashamed of ourselves after this game. Guys should be called out, left to hung dry. And Joel Embiid, don't come out and say you're the best player in the world and play as crappy as you did tonight. Giannis showed us that he is the best player in the world. I am absolutely disgusted. I have nothing else to say on this game except that we should be ashamed. Let me know your thoughts down below. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for stopping by. Like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.